Afternoon guys, hope you're all well. Welcome to another video for Motorhome Retrofits. So this week we've had this vehicle in. It's a 2018 Ford Transit and it was converted by another conversion company. We don't do conversions, we just do electronics and technology. Now the lady who owns it booked it in because the leisure battery was dead and needed replacing. So the first thing we did was actually put a multimeter on the leisure battery and found it to be so dead that it wasn't even registering on their little in-house display. So rather than just jumping straight to the conclusion that we've got a dead leisure battery, we thought just a little bit of common sense, let's do a bit of testing. So with the engine running, we put a multimeter on the battery itself. Now the battery is located underneath the little bench seat or rock and roll bed here. And with the engine running, there was no voltage coming through. The battery wasn't doing anything. So there should have been at least 13, 14 volts coming through the split charger. So what we did then do is start looking for the charging system itself. Now, on a Ford Transit like this, the main engine battery is located under the driver's side. So we were quickly able to identify a thick red power cable coming off from that, connected to a fuse, and then that ran off behind the panel. So we put a meter on the first fuse and found that we had 12 volts. Well, that's good. So we've then definitely got the charging system supplying power into the cable. But then when I tested another fuse, which at least the conversion company had fitted two fuses, one close to the main engine battery and one, a few inches away from the main leisure battery, there was no power getting through. So somewhere in between was the problem, and of course the problem being the actual charger itself. So we identified then, after a bit of hassle, behind this panel here is the CTEC D250 SE. Now the SE is quite an intelligent charger because it has an input for solar on the roof. This vehicle doesn't have it, and then it has a standard input for the vehicle battery. The solar actual charging access wasn't connected whatsoever, but the battery connected from the engine was, and that seemed to be dead. So we went back to the lady and said, look, this is not a leisure battery problem at this point, but we do have a problem with your charging system. So we have then, cut a long story short, managed to get a replacement CTEC charging system. Now the D250 SE was the one that was already fitted, so it made sense to fit it back because of all the connections and how it was mounted and everything else. So the boys this morning have replaced the battery charger, which means now if we touch this little system here, so this little battery test meter here was previously dead. Now when we press it, we've got two yellow lights. So red is dead, 2 is not great, 3 is okay, and 4 is charged or fully charged. So what we then did is, now that we've got the CTEC charger in and working and replaced, we've used our own high quality battery repair charging system. It's connected to the battery under my seat, and we have done a repair cycle. Now this is a 100 amp hour leisure battery under here. It's designed for this kind of thing, so we're not yet sure whether the battery is dead and has died because of this, or whether we can revive it with a repair cycle and then a really good charge up, but only time will tell, and we'll soon find out afterwards. Now, after this video and in a couple of hours time, when the customer picks up the vehicle, hopefully this will be done onto a green light and will be good to go. If there are any other further problems, it's probably prudent to say that the leisure battery has died and we need to replace that too. But either way, if you've got charging problems in your van, camper van, motorhome, then do get in touch with us, because we are specialists in electrical technology for these vehicles. So we do a whole host of products, but we do have quite a bit of common sense and experience with stuff like this. So please do get in touch with us and we can give you a quote to have a look at your system. We do leisure battery testing, we do leisure battery replacement, and in this particular situation, I know that this family are using this van tomorrow, which is the weekend, because it's Friday today, and they wanted to use it camping. And okay, if push comes to shove, they would have had to have just used their own charging system for their battery, or the engine with the engine running, or a battery pack. But it'll be nice to be able to use this plug-in cigarette lighter, USBs on here as well, which is obviously lit up at the moment because there's power, but it'll be nice to actually utilise what the van was made for. So as I said, if you've got a problem like this, do get in touch with us, because this customer is going to be chuffed to bits. We've replaced the charger, charged up the battery, hopefully all problems put to bed. Website link is in the bio. If not, just go onto your search engine, type in Motorhome Retrofits, have a read of our reviews, fill out the contact form, and hopefully we can help. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.